Hello, I'm Adam Newman. This is my official YouTube channel. Please subscribe and support them. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Full welcome back to our channel, besties. Today is Tuesday, a beautiful, sunny day to grab your oversized iced coffees, settle into your coziest blankets, and prepare for some absolute madness. We have so much to unpack today, and I promise you, this is the most unhinged roller coaster we have been on in a long time. Let's dive right into the chaos. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now. I am literally filming this while I'm running errands, dodging shopping carts in the Target parking lot because I just had to jump on here and vent. My soul has actually left my body. I am not okay. I am physically vibrating. We need to talk about Nikki Newman and Victor Newman right this second because the stakes are astronomical and my grip on reality is slipping. I was mid-skincare, literally had a charcoal mask smeared all over my face, and I dropped my phone on the rug and just screamed. I had to yeet my phone across the room because the sheer audacity of this plotline is genuinely destroying my central nervous system. Bestie, be for real right now. Nikki might go blind? I am hyperventilating. Basically, they successfully removed the tumor, which, praise the soap gods, because I cannot handle losing our Genoa City matriarch, but the fact that she might lose her vision, it is giving major cinematic mayhem. I am personally offended by this medical twist. Like, hasn't this woman suffered enough? She's been dealing with those horrific, blinding headaches for weeks, and we all thought Victor was just using her vulnerability to steal her shares, which, wait, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but Victor literally manipulated her into signing a medical power of attorney while she was drugged up so he could liquidate her assets. Did I say that yet? Ugh. My brain is mush. Moving on, but now it turns out there was a legit tumor, and the threat of blindness is straight up terrifying. And don't even get me started on the vibes of Victor Newman right now. The man is officially on my do not perceive list half the time. But when he found out the love of his life might go blind, he dropped the villain arc for a hot second and went into full-blown panic mode. I mean, he didn't even hesitate. He straight up mobilized the entire medical community. He called Nate Hastings, who brought in Dr. Stephanie Simmons. Yes, that's Stephanie Simmons. And they basically airlifted a top-tier surgeon from New York. It is unhinged how much power this man has. He just snaps his fingers, and world-class neurosurgeons appear. But honestly, I am totally living for Victor actually acting like a devoted husband instead of a corporate ghoul for 5 minutes. It's a psychological masterpiece watching him pivot from stealing her company to saving her life. Wait, backtrack for a second, I missed a step. How did Victor even find out? Because Nikki, being the stubborn queen that she is, didn't want him to know. Victoria was actually going to respect her mother's wishes, which is honestly so unhinged considering the gravity of the situation, but then Claire Newman stepped in. You guys, Claire, I am screaming. Claire straight up defied Nikki and snitched to Victor, and I am genuinely so proud of her. I mean, think about it. Claire was not raised in a normal environment. She was literally kidnapped at birth by Jordan Howard, replaced with a deceased baby, and Victoria and Cole spent decades thinking their baby Eve was dead. Claire has been through the absolute ringer, so her family loyalty is fierce. She knows that when things get real, you call Victor. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. But seriously, can we just pause and appreciate Claire's aesthetic in that scene? She was wearing this gorgeous, understated beige trench coat, and the lighting in the hospital corridor was giving this weird, fluorescent blue tint that made everything look so sterile and dramatic. I swear there was this tiny background noise, like a squeaky hospital cartwheel, that was driving me insane while she was talking, but it just added to the chaotic energy. Anyway, snapping back to the tea, Claire was like, nope, I am not letting my grandmother go blind without her husband knowing. And she made the call. And honestly, Nikki agreed right before she went into emergency surgery. It was such a raw, emotional train wreck of a moment. Okay, but here's the part that genuinely made me sob into my pillow at 3 a.m. The history, the lore, besties. We have to talk about Colonel Douglas Austin. If you are a real one, if you have been invested in this saga since the 1980s, you know exactly who I am talking about. Douglas was Victor's ride or die, his platonic soulmate, the man who literally introduced Victor and Nikki at the Bayou Club back in the day. I am literally shaking just thinking about it. When Victor and Nikki would have their massive, world-ending fights, Victor would retreat to his penthouse with Douglas. Douglas was the ultimate confidant. He was the one who always knew they belonged together, no matter how toxic they got. And it just hit me. Claire is basically the modern day Douglas Austin. Did I say that yet? My mind is blown. Douglas used to be the one brokering peace between Victor and Nikki, playing the middleman, making sure these two stubborn fools found their way back to each other. And now Claire is doing the exact same thing. I can just picture Douglas looking down from his penthouse in the clouds. Rest in peace to the absolute legend. Evans was iconic, just beaming with pride at Claire. He would be so proud of her for stepping up and fixing this mess. It's giving generational healing, and I am straight up unwell. I am clutching my chest, because this parallel is a cinematic masterpiece, and my soul cannot handle it. But let's be real, Nikki is just as stubborn as that mustachioed man. She is awake, the tumor's gone, but she is still holding on to her grudges, and I am living for the drama. Like, yes, she is deeply touched that Victor moved heaven and earth to get that New York surgeon. She is grateful he saved her. But she is still furious that he forced her out of the rebuilt tack house. Bestie, be for real right now. You just survived brain surgery and you are still mad about real estate? I love her so much. It is so chaotic. She's basically looking at Victor with one working eye or no working eyes. We still don't know the full extent of the blindness, and saying, thanks for the surgeon, but you're still sleeping on the couch. This dynamic is exactly why they are the greatest soap couple of all time. I am calling it right now. Their love story is a masterclass in toxic endurance. It reminds me of that George Benson song, Turn Your Love Around, from the early 80s, when they first fell for each other. Thousands of episodes later, and nothing has fundamentally changed. They will betray each other, steal each other's companies, kick each other out of houses, but the second one of them is in real danger, the world stops spinning. Victor will scorch the earth to protect her. They are going to love each other until the day they die, and reunite with Douglas and Catherine Chancellor in the great Genoa city in the sky. And don't even get me started on Victor's absolute unhinged duality right now. 1 minute, he is gaslighting her into signing away her Newman Enterprises shares, which, by the way, Victoria is totally onto him about, and I'm manifesting a total dumpster fire. When Nikki finds out he's been looting her estate, and the next minute he is playing the frantic, devoted husband, saving her from a brain tumor. Which one is it? Victor, are you the villain or the hero? My brain is visibly buffering trying to process this man's psychology. He is officially the most chaotic character on television, and I am both terrified of him and completely obsessed. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but what about Jack Abbott? Jack has been screaming from the rooftops that Victor is terrible for Nikki. And honestly, Jack is not wrong. Jack and Nikki have their own deep history, and Jack has been trying to protect her. But at the end of the day, no matter how loudly Jack protests, Nikki's heart belongs to the mustache. It is a straight-up tragedy for Jack, who is currently dealing with his own absolute mess with Diane being held hostage by that creepy doctor. Markham and Patty Williams blackmailing him. Like, Jack is fighting for his life on 3 different fronts, and Nikki is still choosing Victor's chaotic energy over him. Poor Jack. He genuinely needs a vacation. And what about Victoria in all of this? She is literally caught in the most insane crossfire. She wants to respect Nikki's wishes because she knows her mother is fiercely independent, but she also knows Victor is shady as hell. Victoria is basically sitting there watching her dad play the hero, while secretly knowing he was just liquidating Nikki's assets 2 days ago. I am genuinely sweating thinking about the explosion that is going to happen in the Newman family boardroom. Victoria is going to snap, and I am going to be front row with popcorn when she finally calls him out for being a two-faced corporate monster who also happens to be a life-saving husband. I'm calling it, the villain arc is about to go nuclear once Nikki's vision comes back, if it comes back! Manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because the second Nikki realizes Victor used her medical crisis to steal her shares, she is going to unleash hell. She might be blind, but she is not stupid. The betrayal is going to personally attack my soul all over again. I am genuinely terrified for the fallout. Will she forgive him for the shares because he saved her life? Or will she take him to court and destroy him? I need answers now. I am straight up pacing around my living room, trying to figure out how this is going to end. I'm literally hyperventilating right now, just thinking about all the ways this could go wrong. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. I am going to be obsessively refreshing my feeds for the next update because this specific betrayal and medical trauma is now my entire personality. I am not okay. I am physically vibrating. I need to go scream into a pillow and maybe finish my skincare routine before my face breaks out from the sheer stress of being a Young and the Restless fan. Until next time, besties, keep your eyes open, unlike Nikki. Too soon, and stay chaotic.